Well, hello again, and welcome to another Ernest stay-at-home video, coronavirus. Today as you can see, I got a better light now. I bought this light to read music because there are songs that I haven't memorized with the band, especially this song that one of our bandmates, Eric, wrote. And it's a very complicated song with touches of musical theater and everything. And I actually never got to use it because our last gig we had good light, so I didn't really need it. And now we have no gigs, and so I'm using it as a reading light to um, better, right? Um, to your health. This is Ariel non-alcoholic wine. It tastes almost like wine, just fake. Anyway, it's good to have it during the week because you got work to do sometimes, and it doesn't taste like real wine. Of course, it is real wine. They just remove the alcohol, and and they filter the alcohol out. It has like less than 0.1% alcohol, or something like that. Um, you can buy it's available everywhere. Supermarkets. I mean, some supermarkets carry it. Some liquor stores carry it. My local wine store here in Staten Island. I ordered it from them because I just felt like trying something different, and every now and then I'll have a glass of this. And it's okay, so it's an okay thing to have. Um, Today we began our second week of online teaching. We're trying to find all these different apps for teaching. Right now we're just using WhatsApp and something called Zoom, which we do the meeting, but Zoom is only free for a 40-minute meeting. So I cannot teach the whole class with Zoom. We're probably going to start using Blackboard. Sorry, this week. I'm going to try it out tomorrow, actually, with one of my classes. I actually have to set up the class and everything, and let's see how that works. Although Blackboard is not very good for interactive because you have to post stuff. It's mostly like for assignments and stuff like that. But it's formal. It belongs to the school and everything. So yeah, hopefully people will enjoy class more with other resorts. Some teachers are using something called Padlet. I haven't used it at all yet um, because I thought that the two resources that we're using right now are working, and also use something called Kahoot, Kahoot.com, where they have all these exercises that you can assign to the students. Because in class we do it on the board, but since we don't have a board now, of course, we end up having to just use. I send the assignments on the screen, and that's that. Uh, I took a total media blackout today, so anything of news on the coronavirus I got from my wife. She told me about increases in deaths over there in Italy, um, and that some celebrities like Placido Domingo are sick. I heard that Harvey Weinstein was sick too. Um, Serves him well. Not uh, anyway. So today I want to talk about one of my other bases. It's called I call it Takashi. Here it is. Here you go. But it's actually a domino base. Domino was one of the first Japanese companies to make base copies of bases. They never designed their own bases. And this is a copy of, as you can see, a Hofner base. It's a copy of the Hofner Beetle, right? Looks almost exactly like it. If you put them side by side, they look almost exactly the same. The difference is that the domino has this F hole here, and the Hofner does not have the F hole. And but it pretty much looks the same, and the sound is very similar. except that this bass, particular bass, has a more like a mournful sound. Maybe it's because of its sad history. Um, it belonged to the brother of a friend of mine who passed away decades ago, and and the bass. I don't think he really played. He was more of an artist, according to my friend. And the bass sat in a closet for like 20 years or something like that. He is subscribed to this channel, so he can tell the whole story later. And so basically, it sat in the closet for years and years and years, and then we started playing together, and he just handed me the bass. Here, take it. It's yours. And the bass was in bad shape. Its electric was completely gone. I mean, you plugged it in, it was just basically this sound, you know. It didn't make a proper bass sound. So I took it to this guy in the Upper West Side in Manhattan. This guy worked as roadie and the guitar technicians with numerous bands, and now he has his own business. He took care of my Hofner too. He took care of this one, and now it sounds great. And the cool thing about it is it's almost entirely original, except for the new wiring. But the pickups are pickups are original. The only thing that was modified was this tuning peg here, because the tuning peg that was on this bass was not working. So it wasn't tuning. So I replaced only this one tuning peg. All the other three tuning pegs are still from 1967, believe it or not. This bass is from 1967, as I could figure out. And so is my Hofner. The incredible thing, my Hofner and this guitar have about the same age. So the mournful sound is like, it has this, I think it's because of the fact that it wasn't played for so long. It has this kind of a sad tone. It's like a. Nice, right? Nice little tone, and but I never take it to gigs. This is my rehearsal bass. When I go to practice with the band or when I have practice with other people, I always take this bass. But I've never used. I only used it in gigs. I think twice years ago, and like when I had this Beatle gig, I took it as a backup in case something happened to my Hofner. I would have this one as a backup, but I barely use it outside of gigs because it feeds back like a maniac. Not with this little amplifier I'm using here. I'm using my Ibanez amp, which is very small and it's only for rehearsal at home, basically, like 40 watts or 50 watts, whatever that is. And but I take it out to rehearsals and it's perfect. It sounds great. It doesn't have much of a power on the pickups. It's not very loud. But you plug it into a good amplifier, you got a good bass. But I think the last time I used it in public was when I was playing the church here, St. Peter's Church here in Staten Island. I took it for one thing that because when I played there, I played with my acoustic bass. Like it looks like a regular guitar, but it's acoustic, but it's a bass. And because I didn't need it to amplify it, you don't have to plug it in. But one night we had a gig, we had a mass, not a gig. We had a mass, and they said you have to bring your amplifier. So I said, well, let's bring this bass here, and it sounded great. I mean, it wasn't bad at all, and it didn't feed back because it was a small amp. But one time I hooked it up to a big amp and went, woo! I was like, oh my god, it was horrible. So it feeds back a lot. So I avoid taking it to gigs. Ironically, I was going to have a Beatle thing down here at the ETG Book Cafe in Staten Island, and I decided to actually take it. But unfortunately, oh, come back, really? My screen just went black on me, and and I was gonna take it, and ironically, because of this whole situation with coronavirus, um, but it didn't happen, right? So, but it's a beautiful bass, and there it goes, right? Uh, I'm not sure about playing a song today because I got copyright claims on both videos that I did. Uh, on the George Harrison tune, also on that Beatles tune that I just played the bass line. I'm not singing it. Paul McCartney, you have to fix this copyright claims on YouTube videos that people, amateurs who are completely doing not for money. But if they put ads on this video, Paul McCartney gets the money. So go figure. Um, so, anyways, that's the video for today. Tomorrow I'll have a song. Okay, I just have to decide which. I just didn't think about it, and I don't want to play another Beatles tune or another Queen tune and get copyright claims again. So I'll probably do a Brazilian song, but I'm kind of not ready for that one. So today's a short one. I hope you guys enjoy this time and say hi to Takashi. Beautiful, beautiful 53-year-old bass, but it works like a charm and it's a beautiful sound. Uh, and that's that. I mean, tomorrow I'll probably bring my other bass, my Hofner, my Beatle bass, um, and show it and share it with you. Um, I'm cooking a lot at home, right? Yesterday I made roast chicken and potatoes. It tasted really good. Tonight I'm making something called a tuna casserole, in which it's basically pasta, white cream, uh, um, sweet peas, and tuna. That's it. And you cook the pasta and you prepare the creams and everything, mix everything up, throw it in the oven with breadcrumbs on top, and that's a meal. It's a beautiful thing to have. Uh, that's it, I guess, for today. As a short one, I'm not going to hold your attention for 18 minutes with a songless video. So I hope you're all well. Please give me some feedback. Tell me how you're doing. And I'm still waiting on those Mac people to give me a tutorial on how to connect a mixing board to the Mac, so I can actually what kind of equipment I need, what kind of cables, so I can have an actual microphone and be able to plug in and mix it up so it sounds much better than it sounds right now, because here I'm just using the microphone that's on the Mac. Okay, so you guys have a good night. See you all tomorrow. And this was Ernest at Home Coronavirus video blog. Bye bye.